Reality is they don't have enough resources, not enough developers, not enough testers, not enough time to produce meaningful content. Take what I say with a grain of salt, but as a brand new player to the game, literally started playing less than 2 weeks ago after replaying SWTOR 1 and 2, seeing nothing but negative feedback is making me feel like the game isn't worth playing, and I'm only setting myself up for disappointment. Okay, so comments like this are kinda what inspired me to make this video. Can SWTOR be fixed? Does it even need fixing? What exactly is the problem? Oh yeah, we already did that one. So this is going to be the last video I make on this topic, or at least until new content comes out later this year. I've not decided yet, but I just felt like we needed to talk at least one last time before we move forward. Well, it's been nearly 2 months since 7.0 dropped. Malgus is still bugged.
You will not stand in my way.
Bruh. Still no info on patch 7.1 and still no dev stream. It's gotta make you wonder, what on earth is going on? I think we can all agree that Legacy of the Sith had a pretty bad launch, and the devs being this quiet about any future content is really concerning in comparison to previous eras of the game. The reason this has become an issue is because this expansion was meant to be the 10-year celebration, and so far we've only celebrated the arrival of over 200 bugs and the removal of some of your favourite abilities. Now I know many people will say, and probably including the dev team, is that players should have managed their expectations. Well, I'm sorry, but that doesn't work, and the devs will tell you why. Alright, it's the wrong clip. Let me just change it.
To walk y'all through some of the storyline locations and characters that you'll be seeing very soon in Legacy of the Sith, as well as a few other neat little tidbits a little later on, but I don't want to get ahead of us.
Yeah.
I don't want to get ahead of us.
Yeah. Charles, talk about our next phase of our 10-year Old Republic saga.
It's crazy, right? Like 10 whole years of stories and choices and romances and betrayals and lasers and everything we love in the Star Wars.
We're gonna go into Manan, the ocean planet.
That's right, Manan. It is none of those things in Legacy of the Sith. It is at war, stormy, chaotic.
There's fire.
Yeah, literally, there we go. It's going to be quite a battle and quite an important battle for both sides of the war. Because of course, like I said, Kolto, extremely important resource. Let us know what you think. I think the artists have killed it. I think the writers have killed it.
Yes, absolutely.
Everyone, yeah, it's going to be cool. You're going to love it. To intercept this asteroid research base, infiltrate it, face the forces inside, and shut down the research that's going on within, which is really focused on sort of the intersection of the dark side and technology, and how those things kind of working together can create power and, you know, evils the galaxy is yet to see. Yeah, you can probably take from these shots. This has definitely got more of a space horror kind of.
Right. You know, we talked about it in July where we said we had lots of content, you know, with Legacy of the Sith, But we actually do, if you
what people were expecting was a long-awaited expansion and the promise of SWTOR being great again. The way the devs talked about 7.0 before it was released really gave a lot of us hope for the future of the game. But here we are, with really not much to show for the wait. As previously discussed, I think it's true now more than ever that Bioware and the SWTOR dev team are tragically out of touch with the community, which is leading to terrible decision making, questionable priorities, and the ever-looming hand of EA milking as much as they can from the fans. To explain how this has happened is to basically analyse the state of the game. You log in, do any repeatable quest type from pre-existing content such as heroics, flashpoints, PvP, whatever you desire. Do you know what? Just after the expansion launched, I was actually doing some of that content, but instead found myself making this video out of boredom.
taking their time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget. Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette. And a message coming from my eyes says, leave it alone.
Yep, this is what it's come to. God, I feel like a teenager. Alright, where was we? Yeah, content cycle. You do this for gear that is currently not working as intended because bolster has been changed and also isn't working as intended. There is literally nothing else to do other than the content that was already there. The in-game events such as Degree or the Bounty Contract Week are still running, but we have no new events. In fact, the Dark vs Light server war and bosses have been removed. Did you notice that? Aren't expansions meant to give you more stuff, not take away stuff? The devs haven't even given any insight to when they will be back or what plans they have with the Dark vs Light event. Then there was more questionable decisions at launch, such as limiting group finder options, no working weapon outfit slot, bugged Darth Malgus boss fight, empty gearboxes, weeklies not being counted, and not to mention the exclusion of access to the collector's edition vendor for people who bought the Malgus Digital Collector's Edition. All of these things combined are and have been enough to disappoint majority of the players. So this is why I believe expectations were not the underlying issue. The decisions and actions being made by Bioware and potentially EA have been the issue. A lot of damage has been done, and concerningly, it doesn't appear to have been fully taken on board by the developers. I say this because they spend more time in their forum posts explaining how difficult it is to fix the bugs they've caused, rather than spending time rebuilding trust with players by doing dev streams, open Q&A sessions, and giving us a roadmap of the content coming. A roadmap is an incredibly simple and easily accessible feature. It's something we've had in the past and it was always received very well. But the clock is ticking and time is passing by. The devs really need to work fast if they are to have any chance at rebuilding trust with the players. But for a lot of people, it's going to be too late. The way I see this game headed, honestly, doesn't look good. In the MMO space, the term dead game is thrown around quite a lot, especially at Star Wars The Old Republic. Over the years, I've spent some time explaining to people that this game is not dead. I also told you that when that day finally came, I would personally deliver the news. Ladies and gentlemen, it may be hard to face, but the MMO we loved and cherished all these years, the MMO that even got me into PC gaming, is absolutely dead. No expansion, hundreds of bugs, no roadmap, silent dev team. All of these things are very bad for the game and Bioware. In all honesty, I think what's happening is that EA doesn't want to shut the game down after such a huge investment, so they're keeping it alive with as little as possible they can get away with. We've already had confirmation that they will never be able to upgrade this game's engine, and the dev team has been great at proving to us that they are no longer capable of handling an expansion at launch. The brutal reality is, EA and Bioware are keeping this game on fumes. For all intents and purposes, it should be well and truly dead, but the fact that it's the only Star Wars MMO in existence right now, along with countless hours of invested voice acting, they won't shut it down. The servers will stay up so long as people keep paying and playing. So let me end this video with the answer to the title.
My answer is no.
No, it can't be fixed. It can only now slowly be put to rest. I honestly don't see anything they could do to fix the situation that doesn't involve hiring an entirely new dev team and or studio. No dev team should even have to work on this game. I don't know if you actually knew this, but the studio is actually hiring for Star Wars The Old Republic. They need a level designer or something, so if you want to be part of the team, it turns out they actually need somebody. I wonder why they could be recruiting though. Probably to fix bugs. Look, we've made enough videos now for you all to be informed about the state of the game. All I can do for you now is present you with this video, and maybe, just maybe, the devs will respond to the community feedback, and hopefully we will see more communication, along with more content. That's the dream. There's nothing we want more than to see this game be given the true love and attention it deserves, but at the same time, I can't lie to you and say Legacy of the Sith is the best thing ever. It's not. It's basic or mediocre at very best, and that, in my opinion, is incredibly generous. We'll talk again, folks, if and when new content comes out. Hopefully I'll see you there. Be sure to leave your own thoughts down in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for listening. Peace out.